Hey, board gamers, BJ from Board Game Gumbo here, back in the Gumbo Pot, this time with another unboxing. We're taking a look at FOREST Shuffle, the Dartmoor game. Now, this is a standalone game. It's not an expansion. You don't need the base game. You'll just play this one on your own, and it's from Lookout Games, same designer, Kosh. Let's get right to the table and see what's inside this box. FOREST Shuffle has been a blast to play. I mostly play it on BGA. I do play it live, but a lot of upkeep with the cards. And and with the expansions, there's a lot of cards. So when I saw that Dartmoor was on BGA and I started playing it, I was instantly hooked. This is not a review copy. I actually purchased this one from Little Wars in Baton Rouge. This is there's a few rule changes, but what I like is in the rule book, it specifically tells you, hey, if you already know the game, all you got to do is get to the little new parts, because the game essentially plays the same. But let's take a quick look. This is the back of the box, FOREST Shuffle Dartmoor, easy to learn rules, and it's a standalone FOREST Shuffle game. That's right, you don't need the base game to play. You can play this one on your own. It says that right there. This is the rule book. The rule book has highlights where it says new that points out the rule changes. And as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. 6 there, and then not much else. So there's some tweaks to the rules, and as I show you some of the cards, I could probably show you. What's beautiful about this game is, number one, it's got great looking artwork, all about forestry and your animals and plants and things, and you're trying to put them together. Number two, it's got a lot of combos, and that's what's really fun. You can develop kind of an engine. And some of the engines were broken in the first game. They kind of fixed them in the expansions, but at least it feels from my plays on Dartmoor that there's no one particular you must play this strategy. It seems like there's different ways to win on this one. So I'm still exploring it. I think I've played it 3 or 4 times, the Dartmoor one. And then I want to play it live so I can see it. We've got the game board, also known as the clearing, with 2 different sides. I'm assuming it's just different artwork. Like it's the same, yeah, just different artwork. This game's going to focus on the moors. They're a terrain that actually comes out sideways, and so it still allows you to play. Oh, it's really pretty though. Like this reminds me of the swamps here in Louisiana. It allows you to play cards above and below. Some of them are restricted to moors, like they can only be placed on moors, and some of them actually give you. This doesn't look like Louisiana. Some of them give you actual bonuses when you play those, so I'll leave that up there. Since it's a card game, it's not going to be a lot. You've got the game board. You'll place the cards out on there. If ever there's 10 cards in the clearing, that's going to wipe the board. So you get a chance to see some cards if there's some cards that are being dumped. Basically, you got a hand of cards, and you'll either be drawing 2 from the clearing, either from the deck or from the cards that are available, until you have 10. At that point, you have to play cards. You can't draw any more cards. But the other part of your turn, you can either draw cards or you can play cards to your tableau. And playing cards to your tableau is pretty simple. You're just playing a tree or a plant and then building off that tree or plant or terrain. Some of the cards cost cards, so you have to spin them back to the clearing, which allows other people to get them. And some of the cards, if you play the right symbols, will give you bonuses. And that's the thing that I really like about this game, is finding those bonuses where you can get multiples of the same card, but you're allowing yourself to get a free action during the turn by either taking another turn or putting out cards or getting new cards. And obviously, if somebody takes 20% or 30% more actions than the other player, they've got a better chance of winning. Got a nice little scorecard. I mean, we use BGG stats whenever we do this. And then this is the heart of the game, 2 decks of cards. And as you can see, there's not much else. I don't think there's anything on the bottom. Nope. Not much else. Nice little insert though. It'll be perfect for this thing. Don't have to print anything. No tokens or anything like that. Everything is on the cards. So from that perspective, the game is fairly easy to teach. The only issue I've had with the game and playing it live is that the clearing has to be kind of close to you so you can see all the cards. No, BGA, I can take my time on a turn-by-turn basis and look at all the cards and see exactly what I want. In a game, you don't want to slow people down. So if I'm playing this game with people, I want to play with people that are playing it in a friendly fashion, friendly competitive. We want to try to win, but we're not going to min-max every single card on every single turn, because let's face it, when it comes around to your turn, things change. So that might be considered one of the drawbacks of the game. It's kind of hard to plan because the whole board can get wiped out by the time you get there if there's enough cards in there. Let's look at some of that artwork. Got of course the Dartmoor sheep that's right on the cover, and as you can see, they have symbols that represent what the cards are. Notice that this one is a good example of a multi-card. If you had this card in your hand and you want to play it, you can actually play it on one side of a tree or a plant or something. You couldn't play this to more because it's left or right. But so if you did that, you would show the sheep side. And if you played it on the left side, you'd show the capercaillie. Like a turkey to me, but or some kind of bird like that. And they've got so many different symbols on here, but it's a language that you pick up right away. This tells you what kind of card it is. It's a bird card. This tells you what kind of habitat, I guess, that it's going in. And those are the bonus symbols that we're looking at. So this tells you that you'll draw another card. The acorns are all points. So obviously building up your point engine is important. So we've got all these little left and right bird and animal cards. And then we've got some plants. We got the common hazel. We got the trees. The trees will come out, and you got to build trees so you can build up your engine, but you don't want to build just trees because you're not really scoring very many points when you do that. But as you see that card on that number on the left-hand side, that tells you how many cards to play this card you're going to have to burn to be able to play it. So if I wanted to play this card, I'm going to have to play one card. But notice it's got that gold symbol here, which matches that gold symbol here. Same color. That means that if I play the one card and that one card has that symbol on it, like this one here, and I send that to the clearing, then that means I get that action, which looks like you get a card off the deck and it turns into an automatic moor. So way to build up moors. And of course, there's cards that give you points for moors. There's actions that give you actions you can play on moors. So I just like the whole moor aspect. I like the terrain aspect of this version of the game. Got the little the wood mouse. It's got the wood mouse symbol. It's got the little animal symbol here. It's looking for blue symbols, and if you do, you get to play a mouse for free. You can see there's lots and lots of combos. You definitely want a beginner is just going to try to get out their cards because oh look, that thing gives me 8 points. But an experienced gamer in Forest Shuffle is really looking to make those combos to grab the cards that are going to give you the bonuses that'll give you that extra turn or give you that extra thing. In fact, Forest Shuffle throttles it a little bit because many of the cards will give you a bonus, but you can only do it once. You can't just keep chaining off of that bonus. The ones I think you can do are to take another turn, but I just don't remember off the top of my head. Yep. I like the situational cards where it's 5 acorns. If you can get bats, or 10 or 8 points. If you can get the whole tree occupied, or points for having moors. And what I'm looking for is to collect multiples of those, and that way I can try to score the maximum amount of points. But that's a good look at the artwork that we have in some of these cards, some of the trees, animals. Some of these they don't all just go left and right. There we go. This particular one I pulled out a lot that had left and right, but you can also see that they go on the top of the bottom. And so the barn owl is going to go on top of your tree, and then it'll give you points for having bats. My favorite cards so far in the Dartmoor are the dragonflies because they give you a ton of points if you can find them. And there are a bunch in the deck. The problem is a lot of times you'll end up with the same ones, but I like those dragonflies. Yeah, this is mostly left, right, and trees. So I guess that other deck is going to have even more of those cards. I think this is the reason I bought it is because I think it's a game that my wife is going to like. She likes games where she can find ways to, yeah, look, there's tons of these up and down cards that she can find ways to make little combos. Also, we got the caves at the start of the game. I don't remember if that's in the base game or not because I've been playing Dartmoor so much. We're going to start with 5 caves, and we're going to draft them in reverse order. And each one of those kind of gives you a little starting boost, sort of like a prelude from Mars, just a tiny little boost to your engine, which is helpful because this is in essence somewhat of an engine building game, or at least collecting sets and collecting cards and an engine to try to score points. But tons of little top and bottom cards here. We got the small red damselfly, and as you can see, if you get like 5 of those dragonflies, and that's that symbol right there, that's 30 points, and it doesn't cost you a card to play those. You just need spots. So fun little card game. I especially like it on BGA, but I don't mind playing it in person if it's a low player count and I can get close to the clearing and I can see everything that's happening and try to plan out my turn. All right, that's Forest Shuffle, the Dartmoor standalone, not an expansion. It's a standalone. It's a game I purchased in Baton Rouge on a recent trip, and I'm looking forward to playing it on the table because I played a lot on BGA. Can't wait to show Snow Bunny how to play this game. If you're a Forest Shuffle or a Dartmoor fan, let me know. If you have any cool strategies that you've seen that I can use to beat some of the guys from the Acadiana board gamers, let me know, because I'm not a big winner in this one. I think I've only won once. So, but until next time, Laissez, bon temps, rouler.